Shalom, the water, Wabarakathon, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Rachakodash. Double honors to my leaders, the apostles, the great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Lakamal back again, doing the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying to the Lord's sheep. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 38, verse 24, and it reads, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure." So the wisdom, the knowledge of a learned man, learned meaning having much knowledge acquired by studying, so that cometh by opportunity of leisure, meaning that come by chance of free time. So in order to gain the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, we must study on our free time. He that had little business shall become wise. So he that is less occupied will become wise. So we must have time to get into the word. We must have time for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Yeah, we in captivity. We have to work our 9 to 5. We have to take care of our families, things of that nature, and handle, the business. But this knowledge, this ministry comes first, comes before everything. So whether you work 9 to 5, get off work, chill for a minute, take an hour or two, or even 30 minutes to get into the scriptures. Whether it be reading, opening your notebook. Like for example, me, I always got the notebook with me, so I always take notes on my free time. This is what we should be doing as potential men of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, as the hopeful elect. We must always have time for this ministry, because we have to feed the sheep. And we must grow ourselves, because this walk is all about learning, being better, growing. So the wisdom of a learned man comes about opportunity of leisure, meaning to gain, to grow in this knowledge, wisdom, understanding how by Shem Yahushua. We must take the chance and the time to and effort to study, because study is a must in this walk, especially as prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. In 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5, it reads, "And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully." So to strive means to make a great effort to achieve or obtain something. And what do we as men want to obtain? The crown from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. We want to grow day by day in the faith. And if a man also strive for masteries, now a mastery is having a great skill at something. And we want to be skillful in the scriptures, but that don't just come by sitting down, just relaxing. You gotta put in the work. In order to be a master of something, you have to, like boxers, for example. Floyd Mayweather, he didn't become, if you ask me, he's the best boxer of all time, in my opinion. And the proof is in the pudding. He's undefeated. He's always training. He's retired. He's still training. That all come from hard work and dedication. And he say that quote a lot, hard work, dedication. So we gotta be dedicated to this ministry as prophets, as the hopeful elect, potential men of Yahweh Shem Shah. We have to study. We have to always be in the scriptures so it could be sharp, so it could be on point, so we can know what we're talking about. And we have men that was set up, the shepherds, which are apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. They taught us this knowledge, and they taught us to do research. The elder apostle Gabar always say, repetition is the father of skill. And that's a fact. A repetition basically means to repeat. So we must constantly read over the scriptures till we know it like it's our ABCs. Reading again, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet he is not crowned except he strive lawfully. So if a man strive for masteries, he will not be crowned unless he strive lawfully, meaning rightful. So we must follow the rules. We must work hard for what we want. The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits, meaning farmers that basically work hard, they should enjoy the fruit of their labors. Why? Because they work hard for it. They're not being slothful, lazy, with their feet up. They going to get theirs. And us as men in the Lord willing, we have to do the same thing. Scriptures tell you to eat this whole roll. That's what the Most High told Ezekiel. Verse 7, consider what I say. So consider means think about, must think about what the Apostle Paul is saying. And the Lord give thee understanding in all things. So our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, he will help us understand all things. And it's through him that we obtain this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, because he loosed the seals. It was through our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach that we gained this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Jump down. Verse 15, study to show thyself approved. What does it mean to study? The devotion or commitment, spending time and attention to obtaining knowledge. So studying is very, very important. And it comes with being dedicated and spending time and paying attention to obtain, to grow, to get more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. So study to show thyself approved unto the Most High. Approved meaning to be accepted. So to be accepted by Yahweh Shem Shah, we must work hard, we must study, we must stay in the scriptures. A workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So once again, we must study, we must stay in the scriptures, we must work hard, we must eat this roll so that we be not ashamed, meaning embarrassed when we break down the scriptures. Because why? If we study the scriptures, we'll be more confident. when we break them down. Let's go to Colossians. Colossians chapter 4, verse 5. Walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. Meaning those without the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. You know, as I grow and I watch past videos of the apostles, the elder apostles, them on 34th Street, and you always have, people, scoffers, people inquiring of the word, men that were once in the audience that joined the camp, they had questions. And our elder apostles, they had an answer for every question that was asked. And this is the time when we're supposed to be on. We're supposed to have an answer to every question as prophets of Yahweh Shem Shah. This is the time when we should be on. Real quick. Acts chapter 17, verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. So this is the church of Berea. They were more noble than those in Thessalonica, Salakia. And they was ready to receive the word with all readiness of mind, and they searched the scriptures daily. So the church of Berea, they was in the scriptures daily, meaning every day. They was always in the scriptures. And that's the time we should be on. We should have that spirit of the church of Berea. They was sturdy in the scriptures, basically. They was always in tune with the Holy Scriptures. Last one. It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah and read. So we must seek out of the book of Yahweh Shem Shah, which is the Holy Scriptures, and read. So we must be always in the Scriptures. God had that Church of Berea spirit. We should at least read the Bible at least 30 minutes. If you work hard, it'll take 30 minutes out of your time to read the scriptures. So seek ye out the book of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah and read. Scriptures tell you, blessed is he that read it, which is going to understanding. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. Going to these other books, because they can't be compared with the Holy Scriptures. The Holy Scriptures is above all books. For my mouth it had commanded, and in his spirit it had gathered them. So the Holy Scriptures are faithful and true. Was written in the Holy Scriptures are true, and everything, all the prophecies, the future events to come that's written will come. But the point of me reading that was seek ye out of the book and read. Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh Shem Shah and read. Once again, as potential men of Yahweh Shem Shah, we must be in the scriptures, because it's about growing. This is like school. This is the real school. Like, Like for example, growing up in school, I graduated and all that, but I wasn't more focused in school than I am now. You know, we must treat this faith like it's school. You know, get the notebook, pop it open, get your pens. Listen to some videos. Take your perspective of who you listening to. You take their perspective and jot down notes, do some research and things of that nature. It's the time we should be on, because this thing is about growing. But I'm in here, Lord willing. This is edifying. With that being said, shalom.